Imagine standing on the edge of the earth, where no human soul has ever set foot, a place so remote that even nature seems to have abandoned it. What if I told you there are places on this planet so desolate, so extreme, that no living creature can survive there? In this video, we're going to take you to 5 of the most amazing places on Earth with zero habitat. These are locations where not even the hardiest of plants or animals can cling to life. Welcome to a world where nature's most extreme forces rule supreme. Buckle up for an adventure into the most inhospitable corners of our planet. Let's start with a place so dry, so barren, that it's often called the driest desert in the world. We're talking about the Atacama Desert, sure, in northern Chile. Now, the Atacama is a desert in every sense of the word. In some areas, it has never seen rain, not in recorded history, and possibly not in thousands of years. It is an almost lifeless stretch of land, and the air here is so dry it can absorb all moisture from your skin within seconds. But here's the kicker. The Atacama Desert's conditions are so extreme, they're almost like the surface of Mars. Scientists use it to simulate conditions on the red planet for space missions. You won't find much life here, just a few bacteria maybe, and in many spots the ground is a cracked, salt-encrusted wasteland. The only thing that thrives in this desert are salt flats, geysers, and ancient desolate volcanoes. It's a stunning landscape, but nothing can survive in it, and that's precisely what makes it a place of incredible mystery. Next, let's dive deep, deep into the ocean, to the very bottom of the world. This is the Hot Challenger Deep, the deepest point in the entire Earth's oceans, located in the Mariana Trench. We're talking about a place so far below sea level that it's almost unimaginable, over 36,000 feet down. This is a part of the world where light does not penetrate, and the pressure is so immense it would crush almost anything that dared to venture down here. At these crushing depths, it's hard to imagine any life surviving. But despite its hostility, some bizarre, alien-like creatures have found ways to adapt. Creatures like the strange-looking giant amoebas or a deep-sea shrimp. But for all the talk of deep-sea life, the vast majority of the Challenger Deep remains unexplored. It's a dark, oppressive, and mysterious place that most of us will never get the chance to see. In a way, it's a world beyond our reach, where life has learned to survive in ways that are beyond human comprehension. Now let's float over to the Dead Sea, located between Jordan and Israel. While it might sound like a relaxing destination, it's far from it. The Dead Sea is famous for being one of the saltiest bodies of water on the planet, and that's no exaggeration. The salt concentration is so high that you can't sink in it. You literally float on the surface. But what makes the Dead Sea truly eerie is that it's not just the water that's inhospitable. The land around it is too. Nothing can live here. The extreme salinity, the high mineral content, and the heat combine to make it an environment where survival is impossible. No fish, no plants, no animals. The sea's high salinity makes the water so dense that nothing can survive, hence its name. And as if that wasn't enough, the region surrounding the Dead Sea is also a hotbed of extreme weather and barren landscapes, with nothing but salt formations and dry, cracked earth in sight. It's a place where life is all but absent, yet the mineral-rich mud attracts millions of visitors each year for health and wellness purposes. Next, we head to the icy reaches of Antarctica, to a place that feels more like a volcano from another world than a part of our own. Mount Erebus is an active volcano, and it's one of the few continuously erupting volcanoes on the planet. Its remote location on the Antarctic continent makes it a truly inhospitable place for life. The summit of Erebus is perpetually covered in ice, but beneath the surface, the volcano is constantly spewing volcanic gases and lava, creating an environment so dangerous and toxic, only the most resilient life forms could survive here. It's a land of fire and ice, but despite the extreme conditions, some hardy microbes have been found in the volcanic gases, life that thrives where no one expects it. But make no mistake, Mount Erebus is a place where most forms of life, including humans, would have no chance. The combination of freezing temperatures, toxic fumes, and unpredictable eruptions makes it one of the least hospitable places on Earth. And while the volcanic eruptions might create a sense of violent energy, the silence surrounding this remote peak is haunting. Finally, let's end our journey in one of the most dangerous natural hot springs in the world, the Boiling Lake in Dominica. Hidden in the remote wilderness of the Caribbean island, this lake is like something out of a nightmare. It's not your typical peaceful mountain lake. This one literally boils, reaching temperatures so high that it would scald you in an instant. The lake's water fluctuates between 180 to 197 degrees Fahrenheit, 82 to 92 degrees Celsius, constantly releasing steam into the air, creating an eerie mist that surrounds the lake's surface. While the heat and lack of oxygen in the water make it impossible for most life to survive, the area surrounding the lake still manages to support a unique ecosystem of hardy, heat-loving bacteria and plants. But beyond that, the lake itself is a place where life cannot thrive, a natural cauldron of boiling water that's simply too hot for most organisms. The fact that this lake exists in such a stunning and unexpected place is a reminder of how mysterious and dangerous our world can be when nature decides to play by its own rules. From the desolate salt flats of the Atacama Desert to the crushing depths of the Challenger Deep, from the lifeless shores of the Dead Sea to the volcanic fury of Mount Erebus, and finally the scorching waters of the Boiling Lake. These are the places where life, in its conventional sense, just cannot survive. But despite the harshness, these places are still some of the most fascinating on Earth. They are reminders of the incredible extremes our planet can reach, of the mysteries that lie in the most extreme corners of our world. They show us that Earth is not only a place for life, but also a place of death, decay, and mystery. Thanks for joining us on this journey to the world's most inhospitable and amazing locations. Until next time, keep exploring the strange and the unknown, because Earth has so much more to offer than we can even imagine. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of our next wild adventure.